What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I go by the name of Bliss, and the reason why I wanted to basically get this channel started is because I've come to a certain point in my life where I just started to just say, hey, you know what? I need to do this because otherwise it's not going to get done. I've been wanting to do YouTube videos for a long time. I never really got the hang of it, like many of us definitely struggle with, and that's totally understandable because there is a big part of your self dedication and your time that you need to put in if you really want to make this fly. And I wanted to embark you guys on this journey where moving forward, I will be proactively documenting more of the instances where certain changes may be happening in my life, and also building the background context to how did I get from point A to basically point B, C, D, E, moving on. But anyways, I'm currently 27. I live in California, specifically in San Diego. I am a native San Diegan, and it's always good to just kind of show those sides because it's how we connect. So when you have that kind of level of understanding of maybe where that person lives or what kind of culture they're involved in, even the language that they speak, all of those things help for you to make the connection of, hey, is this something I actually want to put my time in or not? What I will be talking about in this channel is really going to be a lot of habitual things, a lot of, like I said, occurrences where there is life-changing events overall, and also about trading. Just to give a little bit of context, I started trading specifically Forex back in 2019. Near the end of my undergrad, I was finishing my undergrad at Cal State San Marcos in economics, and I I decided to pursue trading because I saw my brother get involved, and I found it very fascinating, and it definitely caught my eyes. However, like most of us, we do get into trading for the wrong reasons, as we do believe that it's going to take one trade that's going to make us one in a zillion dollars, and we tend to find out sooner or later that that's not how it works, and that's why a lot of us quit. It's because don't give enough time to really see where this is actually going, and I fail to realize that it is a very long journey. It is very, very rare for someone who is in this industry to be able to succeed in a short amount of time. I example like 6 months, 7 months, a year, in order for you to really become consistent and profitable for the long run. And I'm talking like 7 years plus here. For the long run, you really have to take your time with it. It really takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of hours. It will take a lot of studying, and it will consume you. However, the most important part of it is that it becomes a journey of self-discovery. So it really doesn't matter where you are currently in your stage of life, as long as you're putting in that time, and if this is truly something that you enjoy, that you want to do, that it brings you satisfaction, by all means, like, if there's anything that I can help you on the other side of this lens to gain from my own experience, I will go ahead and share that with you guys as the videos do progress. Also, I aim to do just a quick breakdown on any recent trade, or I'm just going to do like a one trade review, maybe from that current week or this current week that I'm talking about. So today I'll go ahead and pretty much put this together in the video. And that is pretty much it. I think that's like more than enough for an intro. I hope you guys do enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and let's just see where this goes. So without any further ado, let's get on to the charts, and I'll get you guys there. So yeah, I'm still recording from my phone because I really don't know how I'm going to work all of this out yet. So you bear with me on that. But this is currently UJ, as you guys can see. And today is July 7th, 2022. It's 9:39. And I wanted to talk a little bit in regards to how market has been playing out and pretty much what we can expect to see, or mainly, I shouldn't even say that. I should just say this is what I did in order to capitalize on this trade that I took yesterday. Um, so a few things to consider before we do get into it. So one main thing that a lot of people overlook when coming to the market is they don't actually know what to look for. They know all of these things, you know all of these concepts because you have maybe learned it through a course, or someone told you, or a friend, or you picked up a book, whatever it is. You took that information from somewhere else. It didn't come from you, whoever that may be, right? So one important principle is to understand what is the overall flow of the market. And this is something that is highly overlooked. I myself have made this mistake several times, one too many times, and I just want to stress that it's important. So I'm only gonna cover the H4 time frame, the H1 time frame, and the 15-minute time frame on this video. All right, and the reason I'm gonna do that is because there is one and too many ways to trade, and I just want to give an overview of what the trade looked like. Again, just an overview. So really quick, before coming into the market, it's important to understand that market was ranging, right? We see market coming from higher highs and higher lows. We had a major drop. Then we formed a zone where we can see that at 134,746, or sorry, 134,900, we have found a level of support on the H4, and at 136,600, we found a level of resistance. So it was important to note that that was going on. Another important factor to note is that as we were currently in this movement, these highs right here were still significant in relationship to this, right? These were still fresh, in other words. And it's important to note that within this range, in this current segue, market is making lower lows and lower highs, right? If you go to another time frame, that is what you're going to find. So having that being said, before I got into the market, I understood, well, hey, where am I? I am in a ranging market. I am coming from a previous area of support, and I am near a previous significant high. So if it is a previous significant high, that can act as resistance, and that's important to take account. And notice how I'm piecing these things together, right? You start off with looking at the overall scope, then you start to puzzle in a little bit of what you need to take into account so you can make the correct decision, or a I shouldn't say correct decision, a educated decision, because no one knows what is going to happen. You're never going to know what is going to happen, and that's just like the truth of it overall. And I actually just realized that this video, the way it's going to come out, is not going to be the way I wanted it to be, because the camera is going to be actually more laggy than the video itself. I don't even know why I connected the camera, because I totally forgot about that. I might as well just shut off the video from that side. Okay, I'm gonna do that for now, so excuse that and excuse the lag there of me going off to the side. But hey, bit of a learning curve, that's fine. So I'm not gonna edit it. Anyways, long story short, if we look at it over here, we come down to the H1 time frame, and I'm just gonna highlight the level of resistance which I was talking about, which is this one right here. and we can see how it enacted over here. So if we go to the H1 time frame, we can see that this level of resistance, which is the H4, it pretty much broke. It tapped the highs of the region, or sorry, it didn't tap the highs of the region, or did it? I can't see if there's a wick over there. No, there's no wick over there. Okay, so it tapped the highs of the, or it got very close to the highs of the region, and then it basically broke back in. So as market was breaking back in, market then started to make, it went from a high to a low to a lower high to a minor lower low, another lower high, then another lower low, then another lower high, then another lower low. So what am I saying over here? What I'm saying is that you want to find the rhythm of the market, see if there is any potential dangers before making an educated decision. And if there isn't any dangers, then follow along with the flow. You don't want to fight the flow of the market, you want to go with it. And that alone can be difficult to understand depending at what you're looking at. So again, I'm only going to cover the 3 time frames. Once I understood that market was in this current flow on the H1, the next question I thought to myself is, well, is there anything that could stop me, or is there anything that would stop the market from continuing to go down? Well, if we're going to make lower lows and lower highs, this bullish candle, even though in my mind at this point, before that bullish candle, I had the educated bias of going short. Why? Well, because that is what the market is presently doing. So we want to follow the suit. So in a nutshell, we have this pullback right here, and this candle and this segue is nothing more than lower lows and lower highs on the lower time frame. I like that color, so let's go green. Go. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, all we're going to see is a detailed version of lower lows and lower highs. Another thing is very important. I can't stress this enough. Keep the overall chart in front of you. Don't keep the chart all the way off to the right like this, like just looking at that. Try to get the overall scope. The reason there is an auto button there, it's there for a reason, because you want to understand what's going on from the overall picture so that you can then make a decision. Then what we see here is market basically made a lower high on the 15-minute time frame. Market then made a bearish candle, or 2 bearish ones, so it confirmed that resistance was formed, and at that point the trade pretty much ran. At that point right here, I had actually closed the trade. The reason was because I was already up almost 4 times what my risk was, so I was satisfied with that, and there was no need for me to go ahead and take any more positions or hold on to the trade. Going back to what could have been the potential dangers of this trade, well, let's think about it in a logical fashion. If market is making lower lows and lower highs, a lower high is made by a bullish candle or a sequence of bullish candles that don't exceed the previous highs. So why did I sell right after that? Well, because we had a exhaustion wick to the top and we were following suit. So the anticipation was that the market would continue to make lower lows and lower highs. There was no significant level of support stopping us from basically taking the flow of the market. So since there was no dangers, that was okay to go ahead and do so. And that's pretty much the end result of this trade. So I hope you guys did gather something from it. Like I said, I don't really know how these are going to flow, but this is pretty much it. It's your boy Bliss. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.